All right, video number 200 on the Marty YB channel. YB means Young Bear, my initials. I was born in 1980, so that was where I got those, got the idea for that their name of my channel. I'm just sitting here. I went inside, had lunch after them freeze crack rocks. I'm gonna finish off the rest of this freeze crack rock here. See, it's got the caramel and the fudge. Tastes pretty good. It was kind of a chunker, so I didn't want to nap it. Could have probably took some layers right there. This fudge part, that's the best part of the rock there. This caramel stuff was kind of a little bit brittle. Couldn't make a point out of it. And then it's got that the reeds in it. Those parts there, sometimes they'll step fracture if you hit into those. So yeah, I didn't want to nap this piece. It's a chunker. Yeah, you won't get nothing out of it. It's too small. So I just ain't gonna eat it. But as you see, no straps on. This is gonna be a show and tell video. This rock tastes pretty good. So what is it you're gonna show and tell, you ask? Well, as soon as I finish this rock off, we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the video here. But as you guys know, since I've been around on the lives, hanging out with the Knapping crew, when I first started, I'd looked on YouTube. And start researching napping videos. So I went to beginner napping videos and try to get an idea of what I needed tools wise and rock wise and whatnot. And got me to where I am today. But part of that journey, I started off watching Ryan Gill hunt primitive, and then from there I went to watching Patrick Blink, Jack Crafty, and then from there watching Jack Crafty and then his lives. It brought me into different ones like Sal Perales, Danny Collins, John Tuttle, Stonehook. So those guys are kind of the nappers that come to mind. Oh, Jesse Para, Harley Butler, Smokezilla. Jesse's handle is Jesse the Yaki Napper. Yeah, Harley, Smokezilla. Who else? Yeah, so those are the ones that come to mind as far as nappers, videos and whatnot. And then I've watched Scott Lauer, David Eldridge, English Flint Napper, English Flint Man. I've seen guys from across the sea nap. They got some cool flint over there in England. Over in England. I'm trying to say it like Jerry Lee Lewis. But then across the sea rock, this is a point I keep on me all the time. Comes off that big Mookite rock I got over there. It's one of my first, this is my first Mookite point that I made. I've got some Mookite points, and then this is one I got from Patrick. The signature wore off because I keep it in my pocket. Every day I carry it, and bowhead flint is what they call it. And this, I'm not sure if I got this from Scott or Matthias. But yeah, this is a bluehead flint point, and it's kind of an English type of point that I think they call it a stemmed or something. But yeah, these are my two EDCs. So as I went along, watching the lives and participating, I guess, I one day I got brave and I asked Patrick Blank if I could send him some Knife River Flint. And he said sure, so I went ahead and sent him a large flat rate box of Knife River Flint, and then he started making Knife River points. And then he even sent me back some black butter one time, obsidian. And then it connected me to other guys that were in the chat. Like I said, Sal and different ones, Ellen Cole, Mike Tufts, Ralph Schneider, Bill Hansen, Bill Taylor, Mike Mason, Tommy Taylor, Jim Main, Jim Cooper, Mr. Jim. Who else? Oh, Ed Gould. All those guys, you know who we are. I don't want to leave anybody out of, but I'm just kind of winging it right now. Just kind of telling my story here as I'm going to do a show and tell. But so part of that is I sent him that Knife River Flint. Getting back to the story here, how the journey goes. So Patrick does auctions on every Monday, and so I started to participate in those auctions, buying back my rock, buying back the Knife River Flint I'd sent him, and I wanted those as templates. I wanted those points as templates to see how good I can get with Knife River Flint and what the possibilities are, because he never, as far as I've known Patrick, he never sticks to one point. He's always he's innovative and trying to make different points and using different materials and explaining and breaking it down and telling the problems with what kind of rock. And all guys kind of do that, but a lot of us follow Patrick in the way he naps. And then Danny Collins and John Tuttle, they got real interesting. Everybody has their own unique style and they put their own twist on it. But the fundamentals are all the same in how you're going to work a rock. You always treat every rock as its own character. And so as I went along, I started to participate, like I said, in those auctions, and I started buying points. And so today I brought up my keeper cases. I throughout the summer, fall, I think even in the spring is when I started buying points in the spring from Patrick, from Jake Anderson, Gulf Coast Knapping. He's another one that I got to buy points from in rock. And yeah, so I bought points from Patrick, then I bought points from Jake, and then I bought points from Sal. And even Harley sold me a few points there in here too. So today I brought out my cases. We're going to do a show and tell video. I'm going to show you some of the awesome work from some awesome nappers. And these guys, I idolize them because they sure get thin points and they have a very good attention to detail. They don't just make artifacts that are any kind of way. They don't want to be making, as you see in the book, every point in the book of Indian Artifacts book, the Overstreet Guide, every point is graded in the G. I don't know what that means. I suppose maybe G means grade. But so these nappers, they strive for G10 is what I'd call it, the way I'd say it, I guess. G10 is the highest. You can find an artifact and it's graded, and then even some artifacts are even papered, showing the authenticity of them. So all these points that I have today are going to be G10 points that I've purchased. And so the first case I have here, I bought these. I've bought artifacts too. They have artifact auctions on Facebook. Stephen Limes and his dad, they have Sunday auctions on Facebook. And I've got a bunch of these kind of cases I bought from him. And shoot, I got about maybe 7 or 8 of these full, not this size, but the next size up, of Indian artifacts. And not any of them. Oh, I think I have 1 point from Stephen that's papered, that has authenticity paper. But anyway, so I took these cases and I started putting my points in them. So these first points here are Jack Crafty points. You can see the signature there. I don't know if this one has a signature. No, I don't. But anyway, this one's a Clovis, or I think, yeah. See that little flute there? I don't know if you can see it. Get in the light there. Yeah, you can see it. And it's obsidian. It's I think it's a banded obsidian. And then there's this one. He didn't sign it though. Might have brought it in the brokes, and he sells brokes and bifaces in a lot sometimes too. Maybe he didn't like that, and the ear is chipped too. See that ear? Maybe he threw this in the brokes and bifaces, but I thought it was nice, so I threw it in the keeper case. And then another Clovis. This might be a Texas root beer or something. 2025. And then another Clovis. And if you guys watch Patrick, he don't make nipples and use jigs and all that. When Patrick makes his Clovises, he just from the bottom here, he just indirects his flutes in. And so some of his flutes go, like that up to there. And then some of them are kind of a little bit off. They're not real pretty. Every single one ain't exactly the same because of the method that he uses. And his rationale is these are only hafted anyway. So those flutes there are meant to be hafted onto a shaft from here. So you don't get too uppity about, having a perfect flute and traveling it and making Cumberlands and Folsoms and all that with those jigs. He just uses his indirect rod and sends a flute and shapes it like a Clovis, the way it's supposed to be made. If you'll find one out in the field, that's kind of about what they do look like. So that's the first case, Clovis case. And I don't know if that's a Clovis or not. It might be a different type, but I'm still learning that stuff. Not the best of knowing point types and knowing exactly what kind of rock it is, but I kind of have a general idea of it. So there you go, case number 1, fluted Clovises. Okay, moving on. This one here is another point that I bought, a big old blade from Mr. Crafty, Mr. Blink. P-A-B, his initials, Patrick Allen Blink. Oh, got it upside down. Maybe this way. Jack Crafty P-A-B 2025. So this is a huge blade that he made. And it is I think it's almost 12 inches. This here kind of wiggles. So it kind of shortens it, so I gotta hold the tip. But yeah, it's pretty close to 12 inches. You can see there. Maybe 15/16. I don't know how to read a tape yet. Some of you guys know that story. Yeah. And it's the widest part, it's about a little less than 2.5. 2 notches past 2.5. So this is the biggest blade I've got from him. And as you can see, it's thick. And it's Patrick, he uses kind of looks like Cecil twine to me, but it's some kind of a hemp rope or something. He puts it on there and makes a knife out of his blades. So that's another point. I don't have a case for that one yet. And then this here is the Knife River Flint collection. These are the Knife River Flint points that I've purchased so far. And it's another. This is the next size up of the cardboard cases. And so here's these points. So we'll start from here and just kind of go around. I don't know what kind of point this is, but you can see the notches. See his signature, and then the fine ears on it, the fine tip, and then a nice flake scarring. So there's that one, and you can see how thin it is too. Very thin. And then this guy, I don't know what kind of point that is again, some kind of triangle looking outfit. And you can see how thin that one is. It's probably, oh, can I get it out here? I'll grab my my tool. My tool. I think they call it a caliper. I'll calibrate it. This is a 4mm thick point, and it is almost 40, so that's a 10-to-1 point if you know ratios. But yeah, so this is very beautiful point that I got from him. And here's another one. If I'm not mistaken, this might be either Elko or Lost Lake, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's another beautiful Knife River Flint point. And then this guy here, very thin again. This one ain't signed. Yeah. But yeah, it's another beautiful point. And then another outfit here. I don't know what kind of point that's called. Oh, it is signed. 2025. Another little Clovis. Knife River Flint Clovis. You can see the flute on it. Right there. Goes up halfway almost. And this one here doesn't go in there very much. Or it flaked off. It didn't have a hinge at the end of it, but it goes quite a ways too. About the same. And then this here point, see it has a scoop there, some little undetached flakes, but another beautiful point. And then this little guy here, little bird point, got the convex bottom, and it's a narrow notch. You can see the notches started narrow and got wider. And then here's the eared point from him. Working with shadows here. Okay, that's that row. Okay, I didn't do this one yet. Look at that guy. Looks like the Starship Enterprise logo. Which way was it? Like that, I think. And then this is kind of like a what do they call them? Kahukia. Got the triple notch on the bottom there, but he threw some on the side, so they might call it an eccentric or something. But yeah, another real thin, beautiful point. And so as you see with these points, they're very attention to detail is awesome. Another corner notched outfit. It's pretty long. And another longer point. This is a bezel notched point. Notches come from the bottom, and those notches are very long. Some nice work, and it's perfectly centered there. And another little point here. This one is a different color knife river, you can see it. So like this would be the more root beer colored, and then this is kind of a caramel looking. I guess I haven't showed that yet, but so he kind of gets all he can out of a rock that I send him. And then we get into our Scotch Bluffs here. There's one Scotch Bluff. See, he's got the real straight. It doesn't have the flare at the bottom. And then he must have wanted to thin, so he sent a little flute in there. See that flute there? And then the flute there too. Yeah. So those are one of the Scotch Bluffs. There's the second Scotch Bluff. This one he didn't sign. So, a couple of them he didn't sign. He gave them to me. So he sent them along with some points I purchased, you know, telling me thank you for the rock, kind of type of deal. Another real beautiful Scotch Bluff. And then the bigger one I got, the longest one, and then the widest one I have is this one. This is the one I brought out the other day for the to try to mimic that Scotch Bluff that I made. But I was just kind of looking at this part really, because that Scotch Bluff's a lot narrow. It's probably this size maybe. But I was trying to make a pine tree, and I ended up making that other. You guys watched that video or not? But yeah, here's another Scotch Bluff. I'll put this one over here. Okay, that's there. Now the last row is another corner notched outfit. Real beautiful. And then this guy, another bezel notched. Another bezel notched. KRF. And here's another blonde. So I told Harley, he made a video of the rock I sent him, that this blonde stuff is kind of rare. It's rare flint to find. And I was fortunate enough to buy this one. I think this might come off of that rock I was talking about today in that one, that last rock I did. He napped a rock. It had 2 layers to it. And that top layer was that blonde stuff, and he got a couple points out of it. And then this guy, another bezel notched outfit. It's narrow notched, see? Started narrow and then went wide. I don't know what kind of point that's called, but very beautiful. And then last one here is another bezel notched outfit with long ears. Yeah, beautiful. So that's the KRF collection from Mr. Blank. from Patrick. Okay, go ahead and close that up. And then moving on into the blank collection is this guy. This case. You can see my light. Got a movie star light. Take beautiful photos. It's one of those outfits you can adjust the color, and then you can adjust the brightness. Here, watch. Okay, which one is the color? I think this one. Yeah, see now it's kind of, I don't know what color that is. Then it's blue, and then back to that original color. I think there's 3 colors. Yeah. And then it goes, the brightness goes up and down. I don't know if you can tell on that. I usually just keep it on the brightest, I think. But it shines down in my lap, and with that big light over there, it kind of makes a glare, and it's hard to see when I'm working down here. Okay, so this case, what the heck, there's another KRF in here. That one's got to go over there. But we'll show this one first. I haven't messed with these in a while. They just sit in the shelf in the house. So there's another beautiful KRF point. We set that on the side and put it in the other case. And then we've got some mahogany obsidian. Another little beautiful point there. And it's an eccentric, I guess you call it. See, it's got the cool base notch right there on both sides, and then a long corner notch. That guy, and then this guy, another one eccentric, got double notch with a basil notch kind of, and then the ears. And this one is a serrated, looks like a coral piece. You can see those serrations real good. And then here's the Starship Enterprise. I think this might be an English flint, maybe. I think I got this one from Mike Tufts, if you guys watched that video of the unboxing. And then there's this guy. Not sure what kind of material that is. Feels like coral maybe, but I don't know for sure. Might be that Flint Ridge, I think they call it. It comes in all kinds of colors. It's got a streak of brown in it. And then this guy here. Here's another knife river. That one's got to go in that other case. But this is the black type of knife river. So these two are exactly this, pretty much the same, but this one has the swooping notch in it. But you can see how this one's kind of brown and this one's black. But yeah, there's two more KRF points. I'll set them aside here because they got to go in that other case. The KRF case. Okay, here's might be either Edwards or Hornstone. It's got the grayish color kind of. Another corner notch. And then you can see he sent a point flake into it right there. That drove into there. So he was thinning it, getting it ready for hafting. I did this one, yeah, I think I did. I don't remember if I did this one or not, but here's another kind of a basil corner notch almost. But yeah, it's translucent and it's got the brown in it. Stripes. Might be coral. And then over here is a mookaite. And I don't remember exactly if this is the rock that I gave him. I sent him and Sal some mookaite before they were headed to Brady, but I didn't get to Sal's house until after Brady was over. And then another, this is a green, I think, Mexican green, jasper or obsidian, I don't know. But yeah, it's another long, I don't know if that's a turkey tail or how would you call it, but it's got that kind of a notch on it. and the base. Real beautiful long point. And then we got a Clovis. Nice big smoky obsidian Clovis. I should get this handy because some of these, I guess that KRF can do that too, but you can see the translucency of it. And then it's got the flute there. And the flute there. So there's that. Nice big Clovis. Then another Clovis. I'm not sure what kind of rock this is, but it's a nice long Clovis. That flute, look at it. Goes right up to there. So he must have got that rod just right and had his angle right. And then this side here, you could see it caught some stuff here and then kind of flaked off and went to the side. Or maybe, I don't know, or maybe he shot one in there because it was stepped bad or something. But yeah, there's another nice Clovis. Then another obsidian. This is a green one. See, the edges are very translucent. The thinner you get it, the more translucent it gets. That one's not signed. I don't know why. Maybe it would come when something about it was in the Brokes, maybe. And then Scott's Bluff, that same edged translucent rock. Another nice one. And then the Clovis. That same kind of rock. You can see the flute there. And then on the other side, see that flute run quite a ways. And you can see the color there maybe. It's kind of got some swirls to it. So yeah, another beautiful obsidian point. There's another gray outfit. It's got the narrow notch. And then the convex base. And then another turkey tail maybe, I don't know. It's got that bottom there. And it's kind of a gray, blue, red outfit. Might be a Flint Ridge maybe. Okay, so there's that case. Another bunch of G10 beautiful points. Oh. Alright, and then the third, I think this is my last one from him. Yep, my last case from Patrick. Is this one. And then I have some Harley points in here, so I'll show those first. This one and this one I think I got from Harley, Smokezilla. I sure like this one. He showed it on one of his videos and I asked him about purchasing it and I think he threw one in or something. I don't remember if this one comes from him too, but there's 3 small points that I have in the corner over here. Those are Harley points. You can see his work there. I have to have Harley learn how to sign his points. I think he was talking about it. Talking about signing them. Okay. This is maybe root beer. Okay, so we'll go on to the crafty points. This is a Cody knife. And it might be that Edwards shirt or something. Another beautiful knife there. You can see his attention to detail, how fine that edge is, and even edge this up here a little bit. And this is all ground down for hafting. And then I'm not sure what kind of point this is, but and then the material I'm not sure. But it's a big teardrop looking outfit. And then this, I'm not sure what it is. You can see it has a, might be coral, has a little bit of a white right there on the edge. Kept it in there. But yeah, another beautiful point, long. And then this guy, I'm pretty sure it's coral. See that blue, pink, orange, white. Yeah, all the beautiful colors of that rock. And then we got another mookite. Nice black and gray mookite point, corner notch, thin. And then we get back into the obsidian over here. This is looks like midnight lace obsidian. Kind of, yeah, you can see them lace, them layered stripes inside. The big teardrop point. This is my son's favorite point here. He sure likes it. See those layers? Or the bands inside. I think Jim Cooper called it midnight lace. And then there's a triple flow. I don't know if that's a turkey tail or what kind it's called. But yeah, there's the colors. See that red right there, and then the white or the clear, and then the black stripes. So that's a big triple flow point. Cool one. Okay, then the big guy. I don't know if you can see the color on this one. Not really. It's got some silver banding in it though. I don't know if they call this a silver sheen or Alan Cole gave me some of this rock. I got it over there in the box. I don't mess with those rocks too often because I'm still wanting to get better with my direct percussion and working nodules. This one might be a root beer triangle. See that translucency in it? So there's those points. That's the end of my crafty collection. And then I even got some Smokezilla collection going here. So there's that collection, recollection. All right, we'll see that guy for last. Let me put these up. Let me put these knife rivers in this case. If I can find room for them. Move over, guys. We got some new visitors. Make room, they're big fellas. Maybe that's why I didn't have these in here. There's hardly any room. Running out of RAM. I've got a big, huge case in the house, but it's I need to maybe make it layered. Maybe layer it a little bit. Okay, try that with that one. Move this guy down here. Flip this fella over. Set him there, and then give this guy some room. There we go. They fit. Don't drop it. Okay. So I got those points from him, and then I started watching Gulf Coast Knapping, and watching his lives, start buying points from him. And so that's what this case is. Come from Jacob Anderson. Here's a big Clovis. It's got the swirls in it. And there's Jake's signature. $25. And then this might be a coral. Nice. I don't know what they call these points. I don't study. But as you know, if you all know Jake, he sure makes big points. So I don't have very many small points of his. I've bid on a few, but I haven't got them. There's that one there, man. That's beautiful. Look at it. Nice Clovis. All the way up to there. On this side, just to there. His signature on there. Another Clovis here. This might be the... I can't remember what this is called. Georgia, Flint River, Georgia something. Butterscotch. Flute to there. And then this guy. Nice long serrated outfit. Kind of send a flake into there for hafting. Oh, okay, so I forgot about this part. This went onto here. It was a longer Clovis, and he had sold it to one of the guys in when live was ending. He went to pet his dog and hear that something happened with his charging cord and knocked this off that table and hit the floor and broke that off. And then he turned around and fixed it and then sold the point, and I got it the second time. Here's that one. I don't know what it's called point wise, but you can see how big it is, and nice work in the bottom there. And then moving over here is another coral. I can't remember what they call those kind, but it's got the red in it. Then this one, he called it a bowling bevel. See how it's got the beveled edge. And I think this was in one that he gave me, that he found on the floor when he was cleaning up the flakes, the box flakes, because it's not signed. Give me that bowling bevel in the flake purchase. And then I don't know, this is either Kirk or some kind of point called, but it's got the white tip. That there. And then this is one of the first points he made. It's a little piece of coral. He gave me that in one of them purchases that I made from him. Then he gave me this fossil too. See that shell in there? And right there you can see where it lay in there. So he works a lot of coral, and he threw that in on the deal one time. I don't know if you can see that or not. That shell, how it's laying right there. You can see the... Oh yeah, right there. So that's the first Jake Anderson case. And then There's the other case, Jake Anderson. Okay, these are all, I think this might be the only one that's different maybe, but look like all coral. But nice big piece here. Stem point. Another stem point with the sweeping edges. Sweeped. Got a white tip. White tipped outfit. And then this one, another bowling bevel. See that? Kind of like a diamond. Then the edge goes along there and then there. And then this guy, I'm not sure what he called that point either, but serrated, corner notched. Another bowling bevel. This might be another flake one, flake box point maybe. It's not signed, so I think he threw it in with the flakes. Might have been laying on the floor. And then this guy, serrated outfit, cool gray colors, purple, and then it kind of fades out over here. All that corner there, see? That gray stuff. This one has the beveled tip. See how it's beveled higher there and then lower on this side. It's another cool way of making a point. Then this big guy here, another big point, white tipped, white based. There, even has some on the edge here. Another beautiful piece of coral. And then this guy might be coral too. Yeah, it's coral. See that? Got some orange in there. And then this one, nice purple up there, white with spots in it. I don't know if it has any fossils in it, but sometimes there's fossils too. You can see in there. And then the orange outfit, or another coral basil notched, or a stem point. And then the last one, big old white and blue outfit. So it's the Jake Anderson collection. And then last but not least is my partner, the man himself, Texan. Let's see, is a mookite. This is a rock he cooked. This is the rock that I sent him and Patrick. Blades and Points by SGB. That's his channel. But old Sal Bareilles, he made these. This is a mookite point out of the rock I sent him. Here's a Texas rock, the basil outfit. And those of you that know Sal, he strives for narrow, deep notches, and he gets it done quite a few times. Gets it done quite a bit, but sometimes he breaks ears off. So that's a rainbow obsidian though. I don't know if there's a way to bring that out or not. There's a way you angle it somehow and then you can see the color change, but I don't know how to do that. And then another, this might be a dacite point from Sal, or Sal signature. Got chicken scratch. Then another, this is a triple flow obsidian. I think he gets this from Ellen Cole. See that? Glowing embers. Triple flow point. And then this one was a kind of an eccentric he made. He made it in a Brady Knapping. Brady, Texas Knapping, it says. Him and Patrick were down there. That one. And then this one's another Mookite. And then this long fella here is another one. I think he either made it at Brady or made it before Brady. But I gave it to Patrick and Patrick auctioned it and I bought it. It's an opal like point glass. I can't remember the point type, but I could see how deep those notches are. Just about touching. Barely enough room for a stick in there. And then another eccentric obsidian piece. All the notches in it. Looks like a pine tree, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. So, that's the end of the collection so far. I'll keep buying points as long as I'm around and getting along good with everybody. I'm even getting into making my own, and the other part of that is I buy a lot of, like I said earlier, brokes and bifaces from Patrick. So I got a box here. You guys probably seen it before. This one here. These are all brokes and bifaces, and some of them are from Sal too. When Sal sent that opalite point, he sent some other points back with Patrick to help Patrick out with his gas money, maybe, I don't know. But I can't remember which one it is. Oh, right there. Here's one of them. It's a broke from Sal. He kind of got a little heavy-handed. But anyway, I made this point out of one of these. And I signed it today. This is going to Mr. Mike Tufts. See my chicken scratch. 2026. Yeah. Oh, Mike Tufts, he sure hooks me up with some good tools. And I sure appreciate him. So I asked him what his favorite point is. And he said an Adina with a wide base. So I looked in the book and found one that was kind of the right size and messed around. Got that out of it. And then Tommy Taylor said he likes turkey tails. So I made a turkey tail. And then Dockenstein, Bill Henson said he likes dovetail. So I made this dovetail out of that rock there. And then Ralph had two requests. Ralph Schneider. One of them is Lost Lake. This is out of one of those bifaces or preforms from Patrick. Lost Lake. I could have went farther with that notch, but I stalled it. If you can see that or not. Yeah, this side will still go, but that side is stalled. And then I kind of rounded the edge and nose off of one of them, and I shaped the other one kind of like it. And then the pine tree out of Knife River Flint. Can't barely see the serrations, but oh yeah, I was thinking about making them deeper and kind of getting to something like that. This is a John Tuttle rock here. That's another point I got from John. And then Ellen Cole asked for Elko, so that's my Elko attempt. Made the bezel notches. Then I made it out of midnight lace. See that? Cool rock. And then I was making this rock was bigger, and I was making a pine tree out of it. I didn't even know. Take my dude. I was making a pine tree out of it and messed up. Got it too narrow trying to thin it. And so I just turned it into a Scots bluff. That's why I brought that Knife River out here, to try to mimic that. And then I visit with Bill Taylor, and he talked about doing a trade. So he asked me if I ever made any knives, and I never had. So I got some material together and made some Cody knives. Gotta put some handles in them, and me and old Bill are gonna do some horse trading. So those are my work. Part of my work, I notched them and stuff, but other part of it is Patrick. This is another point that I made. Just looking in the book, picking out points and trying things out. Agate basin. Frio. I think that's what Mr. Jim called it. I have to look in the book yet. Yeah, another little corner notch odd fit. And then I just made this yesterday. It's a little side notch. Obsidian. That's the midnight lace type. Yeah, see that black in there. So that's my collection. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Video number 200 from myself. I'm gonna I ate lunch already, so I'm gonna put these points away, come back outside and continue to get my reps in. Bopping, indirect rod, pressure flaking, and notching. 4 reps every day, all winter long. Got enough rock, got enough ambition, as long as that holds up. So thanks for watching, guys. That's my show and tell video for today. My beautiful point collection. Just thought I'd share it with y'all. I know you guys appreciate that kind of stuff, so give you guys something to watch today. Maybe get home from work and you guys can check that out. So with that, I'm gonna cut it off here right at an hour. Like, share, subscribe. Try to get more subscribers. I'm up to 80 some. What is it, 1,000 I think to get monetized, and then 4,000 watch hours. So I'm just gonna keep continuing to make content and keep napping. If you guys like those videos, make some suggestions. I'm the only guy who ever fished and napped on the ice that I know of. I've never seen any other buddy do it, so try to be innovative and do things like that in my videos. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Appreciate each and every one of you who give me rocks.